I used to whisper softly so I wouldn't make you leave. I folded up my feelings and hid what hurt beneath. I learned to walk on broken glass without making a sound. I learned to disappear slowly whenever you were around. I knew your every heartbeat, I knew your every scar, I knew every broken promise you left inside my heart. But somewhere in the waiting, somewhere in the pain, I buried my own voice underneath your name. I thought being loved meant becoming less of me. This is the voice I buried under your name, the song I couldn't sing, the girl who lost her freedom trying to give you everything. I don't need your permission to finally speak again. I don't need your approval to know where I have been. The silence that surrounded me is finally breaking through. The voice I buried under your name is coming back brand new. I remember all the midnight hours when the house was dark and cold, when I talked myself into staying because leaving felt too old. I collected all your reasons, I protected all your pain. I became the one who apologized for every little thing. I was a candle burning in a room without a door, giving you my final light while I was becoming more. But even dying embers can remember how to glow. Even broken hearts can learn the places they should go. This is the voice I buried under your name, now rising from the dust. The girl who lost herself in love is learning how to trust. I don't need to hate you, I don't need revenge, I just need to remember who I was before the end. To the girl who stayed too long because she was afraid. You were never hard to love, you were just tired from being brave. You were not made for silence, you were not born to hide. You were meant to be a wildfire, not a shadow by someone's side. This is the voice I buried under your name, now filling up the room. The song I thought was over is finally starting new. The scars still tell a story, the tears still know my face, but I don't belong to yesterday. I don't live in that place. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the voice I buried under your name was always meant to belong to me too. I spent so long trying to be heard by you. forgot. My own heart was already singing. I wait until the morning before I let the tears fall, because daylight makes me feel like I have to be someone else, someone stronger, someone brighter, someone who doesn't hurt. I fix my hair, I wash my face, look into the mirror and practice a smile. Nobody knows how many times I've stood there trying to convince myself that I'm okay. These are the tears I hide from the morning, the ones nobody ever sees, the ones that fall quietly when the whole world is asleep. I keep them close to my heart because I don't know where else they can go. My room has heard everything, every whispered goodbye, every tired prayer, every night. I asked myself, if I disappeared, would anyone notice? But then the rain starts falling, and somehow I feel less alone, 'cause even the sky has moments when it cannot hold everything inside. These are the tears I hide from the morning, the ones behind every smile, the ones I carry so gently, so nobody has to worry about me. Maybe being tired doesn't mean I'm broken. Maybe crying doesn't mean I lost. Maybe a heart can be hurting and still be brave enough to continue. Tomorrow I'll open the curtains, I'll breathe the air, I'll take another step, not because everything is healed, not because the pain disappeared, but because somewhere inside a small part of me still believes there is a softer day waiting. goodbye like a stone inside my chest. I carried all the memories and never let myself rest. I carried all your sadness, I carried all your fears, I carried every promise that disappeared through the years. I thought love meant forgiveness, no matter how much it cost. I thought staying beside you was better than being lost. But somewhere in the silence, somewhere between the pain, I became a stranger, calling my own heart by your name. I was holding on to you while falling apart inside. The weight of your goodbye was heavier than I knew. I carried all the pieces of a broken me and you, but I can't hold the ocean with these tired hands of mine. I can't keep drowning slowly just to keep you alive. So I'll put down the memories, I'll let the old love die. The weight of your goodbye won't be the weight that takes my life. I remember all the nights when I couldn't close my eyes, when I searched for an answer hidden somewhere in the lies. I replayed every moment, every word and every tear, trying to find the exact place where we disappeared. I became your protection when your world was falling apart, but nobody was protecting my fragile little heart. I was your place of comfort, your shelter from the cold, but I was freezing quietly while trying to keep you warm. The weight of your goodbye is finally leaving me. The girl who carried everything is finally learning to breathe. I don't need to hate you to know I had to go. I don't need to break myself to prove the love was real. To the heart that feels guilty for choosing to survive, you didn't stop loving them, you just stopped losing your life. Some people are beautiful chapters, but they are not the whole book. Some rivers must change direction to find the place they look. The weight of your goodbye is lighter with every dawn. The girl who stayed in darkness is finally moving on. The scars are still a story, the memories still remain, but I don't carry your storm now, I don't carry your rain. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the weight of your goodbye was the weight that set me loose. I thought your goodbye would break me. But it was the first thing that taught me how to stand. used to fear the rain. I thought every storm arriving was coming back again. I built my walls around you, I gave you every key. I thought if I kept loving, you would never leave. But storms don't ask permission before they cross the sky, and people don't always stay, no matter how hard we try. I stood inside the darkness with nothing left to prove, and somehow through the breaking I found a stronger truth. The storm didn't destroy me, it showed me I could stand. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the fire that survived the rain, the heart that kept on beating through every kind of pain. I don't need your shelter, I don't need your sky, I don't need someone else's wings to learn how I can fly. The clouds are moving slowly, the night is turning blue. The storm that couldn't break me was the storm that brought me through. I remember all the evenings when I cried without a sound, when I felt like I was disappearing while everyone was around. I carried your emotions like they were mine to hold. I kept your heart protected while mine was growing cold. I became your rescue when you couldn't save yourself. I put my dreams away, sitting high upon the shelf. I thought being needed was the same as being loved, but love should never leave you feeling like you're not enough. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the river after the flood, the person who survived the pain and learned to rise above. I remember every teardrop, I remember every scar, but I also remember I was always who I am. To the girl who stood in lightning with nowhere left to run, you survived the darkest weather before you saw the sun. You don't need another person to tell you you're alive. You don't need their hands to hold you to know you can survive. I am the storm that couldn't break me, the dawn after the night, the woman who found her heartbeat after losing all her life. The past can keep its memories, the pain can keep its name, but I won't let yesterday control my life again. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the storm that couldn't break me was the storm that brought me back to you. Back to me. I thought the storm was here to take me, but it came to wash away. Everything I was never meant to carry followed you into the ocean, thinking love was the shore. I kept swimming through the storms, trying to reach you more. I ignored the rising water, I ignored the endless waves. I thought saving someone else was the reason I was made. I held on to your heartbeat, but mine was getting weak. I searched for your forgiveness when I was the one who couldn't breathe. The deeper that I followed, the farther I lost my way. I was drowning in your silence, trying to make you stay. I thought I was lost without you, but I was lost because of you. You were the ocean I almost drowned in, the storm I called my home, the waves that kept on pulling me further from my soul. I gave you all my sunlight, I gave you all my air. I disappeared beneath the water, trying to prove I cared. But I found a piece of heaven when I finally touched the ground. The ocean I almost drowned in is the place I left behind now. I remember all the midnight hours when the whole world went to sleep, when I fought against the memories that were buried way too deep. I heard your voice in every wave, I saw your face in every rain. I kept reopening the wounds just to feel you once again. I became your rescue boat when your ship began to break, but you never saw the water that I swallowed for your sake. I was carrying your darkness while searching for the sun. I didn't know my own heart was the one that needed someone. You are the ocean I almost drowned in, but I learned to breathe again. I learned that broken hearts can still become whole again. The tide can take a memory, the wind can take the pain, and even the deepest waters cannot wash away my name. To the girl beneath the waves who thought she couldn't rise, you were never meant to disappear inside somebody else's eyes. You were never meant to be the anchor for someone afraid to swim. You were meant to find your own horizon and begin again. You were the ocean I almost drowned in, the longest night of blue, the place where I lost myself, trying to hold on to you. But the waves became my teacher, the storm became my guide, the heart that almost disappeared found a reason to survive. You were my deepest winter, my hardest truth to know, but the ocean I almost drowned in was the place I learned to let go. I thought I needed the ocean, but I was only searching for the shore inside myself. took the easy pieces, the ones that made me shine. You took my favorite memories and left the pain behind. You took the way I trusted, you took the way I cared. You took the little pieces of the girl who used to laugh. I searched inside the silence for something you forgot, a reason you would come back, a reason you would not. But the door stayed empty, the hallway stayed cold, and I learned some people leave before the story is told. I spent years waiting for someone to return, for pieces they were never looking for. These are the pieces you never came back for, the pieces I found on my own, the pieces of a heart you abandoned, the pieces that became my home. I gathered every broken moment, I gathered every scar, I turned all of the damage into the woman that I am. You left me with the darkness, you left me with the rain, but you never knew the sunlight that will grow from all the pain. These are the pieces you never came back for, and now they're finally mine. I remember all the evenings when I sat beside the phone, waiting for a message that would tell me I wasn't alone. I memorized your silence like it was a song. I kept finding excuses for why you were gone. I became your forgiveness before you earned my trust. I became your shelter while my own walls turned to dust. I held your broken heartbeat like it belonged to me, but nobody was holding mine when I was falling underneath. These are the pieces you never came back for, the dreams you left behind, the parts of me you couldn't see, the parts I had to find. I don't need your apology, I don't need your goodbye, I don't need another reason to understand why. Maybe I was not your forever, maybe you were not my end. Maybe some people enter your life to teach you how to begin. I don't hate the memories, I don't erase the years. They were chapters in my story, not the reason I stay here. These are the pieces you never came back for, now glowing in the light. The girl who cried in darkness is learning how to fight. The scars are still reminders, the tears are still true, but everything you left behind became something new. You were my deepest heartbreak, my longest night of blue, but the pieces you abandoned built the person I grew into. were the beginning of who I became. There's a little light under my door, the hallway lamp someone forgot to turn off. I watch it stretch across the floor like it's trying to keep me company tonight. I let it stay. My tea has gone cold again. I never noticed I was busy listening to the silence. Some nights silence feels like another person sitting across from me. Sees the tears I save for after midnight. No one hears the words I only tell. The dark I close my eyes, I hold my breath, I wait for this ache to become small enough to sleep beside. Rain finds the roof, one drop, then another, slow enough to count. Sometimes I count with it, not because it helps, because it gives my heart something gentle to follow. There's an old sweater on the chair, it still smells like clean cotton. I pull it close, not because it changes anything, just because it feels a little less lonely. If sadness had a home, it would look like this room. Quiet curtains, a half-open window, a guitar leaning against the wall, a girl trying very hard to believe morning always comes. Maybe healing isn't a miracle. Maybe it's making tea, even if you forget to drink it. Maybe it's opening the curtains, even when your heart still feels like rain. Tonight I'll leave the hallway light on a little longer, 4 o'clock, the whole street has gone quiet. Even the dogs have stopped barking. Only one light is still awake, mine. I sit with my knees pulled close, a blanket around my shoulders. The room feels too big for one heart, so I listen to the rain, breathe instead. The moon stayed outside my window like it knew I wasn't ready to be alone. It never asked why my eyes were full of tears. It only stayed soft, still, until my breathing slowed again. There is a tiny crack in the ceiling. I've counted it so many nights. I know its shape better than my own smile. Funny, the things loneliness teaches. My favorite sweater is hanging behind the door. It still smells like lavender. I wrap it around myself for a moment. It almost feels like someone is here. I don't need big miracles, just a quieter mind, a softer morning, a little sleep, a little hope, enough to make breakfast, enough to open the curtains, enough to begin again. Maybe the night isn't trying to hurt me. Maybe it's simply holding space for everything I couldn't say while the sun was watching. If tomorrow finds me smiling, it will be a small victory. Not because the pain is gone, because I stayed, because my heart stayed, because somehow still lives inside someone who has cried so much, and maybe that is enough. Thank you for staying with me tonight. I'll try again when morning comes, but for now I'll rest. Morning always asks too much of me, so I borrow a smile, I tie my hair, I open the door, I leave my sadness on the bed. At least that's what everyone believes. But every night it waits for me right where I left it. Quiet, patient, never angry, just waiting. Like an old friend who knows I'm tired. The pillow knows my name. It catches every tear before it reaches the sheets. It never tells me to be stronger. It never says it will pass. It simply stays warm beneath my face. The clock keeps moving, but inside me time stands still. Some memories never grow older. They sit in the same chair, looking at me every night. I whisper, I'm trying, so quietly, even I can barely hear it. Still, those two words are enough to carry me until sunrise. The pillow knows the truth. It knows how many nights I almost called someone who wasn't coming back. It knows how many dreams ended before morning. Still, it holds every piece of me. Maybe healing isn't loud. Maybe it begins the first night you stop pretending you aren't hurting. Maybe the bravest thing a heart can do is simply keep beating in the quiet. If tomorrow feels heavy, I'll carry only today. If today feels heavy, I'll carry only this moment. One breath, one tear, one small prayer, until the birds begin singing outside my window in the darkness. Finally lets go of my hand. Good night. Thank you for listening to the tears I never showed. Tomorrow I'll try again. I sat on that old porch where I watched you drive away, holding all the words inside me I never had the strength to say. The night was getting colder, the stars were fading too, and For the first time in forever, I stopped waiting on you. I remembered all the mornings when I woke up feeling small, trying to keep together something already gone. I held onto your shadow like it was still your hand. But sometimes losing someone is how you finally stand. The hardest goodbye was the one I gave myself. This is the part where I say goodbye, not to you, but to the pain, not to the love we once had, but the tears I couldn't explain. I won't chase your headlights down that empty road. I won't carry your memories like a burden I was owed. The rain can wash the footsteps, the wind can take your name. This is the porch where I found myself standing in the rain. I remember every promise, every forever that you said, every dream we built together, every word left unsaid. I remember being lonely while you were standing near. I remember hiding heartbreak behind a smile and a tear. I became your forgiveness before you asked me to forgive. I became your reason while forgetting how to live. I carried all your darkness until I couldn't see the sun. I spent years trying to save us when I was the only one. This is the porch where I said goodbye to the girl I used to be, the girl who begged for love from someone who couldn't see. I don't hate the memories, I don't erase the past. Some beautiful things disappear because they weren't built to last. To the girl sitting in the moonlight with tears upon her face, you don't need another person to prove you have a place. You don't need someone returning to know that you were loved. You don't need another heartbreak to know that you're enough. This is the porch where I say goodbye and watch the morning rise. The woman standing in the sunlight finally opened her eyes. The house still holds the echoes, the road still knows your name, but I don't live inside the storm that once became my rain. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the porch where I said goodbye was where I came back to me too. I thought goodbye meant losing you, but I was wrong. Goodbye was the moment I finally found my way home. I used to hear you in the rain, every drop against the glass, every storm outside my window was a shadow of the past. I thought the sky remembered everything we used to be. I thought every lonely evening would always bring back me. I walked through old places where your memories remained, looking for a reason to hold on to the pain. But the fields kept growing flowers after everything we lost, and the river kept on moving without asking what it cost. Maybe healing isn't forgetting. Maybe healing is finally breathing. Now the rain forgot your name, and the wind forgot your voice. The heart you left behind finally learned it had a choice. I don't wait beside the window, I don't listen for your car, I don't measure my tomorrow by how far away you are. The storm is getting quieter, the clouds are breaking through. The rain forgot your name, but I still remember me and you. I remember all the nights when sleep wouldn't come around, when I searched through empty rooms for a love I couldn't find. I held on to your picture like it held a piece of truth, like the person in the photograph was still the person I knew. I carried your disappointment like a weight upon my chest. I forgot my own heartbeat, trying to give yours rest. I became your safe harbor when your ocean turned wild, but nobody saw me sinking, nobody saw me drown. Now the rain forgot your name, and my tears don't feel the same. The memories still visit, but they don't control my days. I can't love what we were without living in the past. I can't honor every moment and still let it pass. To the girl who chased the thunder, thinking lightning meant love. You don't need to survive storms to prove you are enough. You don't need to be the shelter for someone who won't stay. Sometimes closing the window is how you welcome a new day. Now the rain forgot your name, and the morning knows mine. The broken heart I carried slowly coming back to life. The road is still uncertain, the future's still unknown, but I don't fear the silence because I know I'm not alone. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the rain that forgot your name was the rain that washed me through. I thought every storm would bring you back. But the storm was never looking for you. It was carrying me home. There's a room nobody knows about, a little place inside my heart where I keep all the words I was too afraid to say. I keep my sadness folded neatly like old clothes in a drawer. I don't throw it away, I don't talk about it, I just carry it a little more every day. This is the room where I hide my heart, where the tears can finally fall, where I don't have to pretend, where I don't have to smile, where I can be the person nobody sees. I remember when I was younger, I laughed without thinking, I dreamed without fear. Somewhere along the way, I learned how to disappear without leaving. The mirror knows my secrets, the pillow knows my nights, the ceiling knows every question I never ask out loud. This is the room where I hide my heart, where every silent tear has a name, where every broken piece still waits to be held, not fixed, not changed, just understood. Maybe I have been searching for someone to save me, but maybe the first hand that reaches for me needs to be my own. Tonight I'll open the door just a little, I'll let some light come inside. I won't force the pain to leave, I won't pretend I'm fine. I'll simply breathe, I'll simply stay, I'll simply believe that my heart is still worth keeping. I spent so long hiding my heart, I forgot it was still waiting for love. used to walk behind you like a shadow in your light, following your footsteps through every endless night. I learned to speak your language, I learned your every pain, I learned how to disappear so you would choose to stay. I became the quiet person who never asked for more. I became the empty hallway behind your closing door. I gave away my colors, I gave away my dreams, until I was just a shadow of the girl I used to be. I thought losing myself was the price of being loved, but the shadow learned to walk alone without needing your light. She found a road beneath her feet, she found a reason to survive. I don't need you to see me, I don't need you to return, I don't need another lesson from a love that had to burn. The darkness tried to keep me, the memories held on, but the shadow learned to walk alone, became someone. I remember all the evenings when I stared into the rain, trying to find the person I had lost inside your name. I carried all your sadness like a weight I couldn't drop. I kept fixing all your broken pieces while my own heart stopped. I knew every reason why you couldn't give me love. I defended all your failures like they were never enough, but nobody saw the damage, nobody heard the sound of a heart slowly breaking while still standing around. Now the shadow walks beside me, but she doesn't hide anymore. She doesn't wait in silence outside somebody else's door. She remembers every heartbreak, she remembers every scar, but she also remembers she was always a star. To the girl who became invisible just to make someone stay, you were never meant to be a shadow, you were meant to be the day. You were never someone's missing piece, you were always complete. You were never born to follow, you were born to lead your feet. The shadow learned to walk alone under a different sky. The girl who lost her voice is finally learning why. The tears became the river, the pain became the road. The heart that carried everything finally let it go. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue, but the shadow that learned to walk alone was the strongest part of me too. I spent so long following your shadow, I forgot I was the light. I used to fear the silence after you walked away, because your storm was the only thing I knew how to survive each day. I thought the thunder meant you loved me. I thought the chaos meant you cared. I confused all of your brokenness with the reason you were there. I kept fixing every window after every hurricane. I kept drying all the rivers that came from your endless rain. I forgot the sky was supposed to have some peaceful blue. I forgot my heart was something that deserved a calm place too. Sometimes peace feels empty when you lived inside a storm. This is the silence after your storm. The first breath I can take, the first night I sleep peacefully without another heartache. I don't miss the fighting, I don't miss the pain, I don't miss rebuilding everything after every wave of rain. You were a beautiful disaster, a lesson I had to learn. In the ashes of our memories are where my new roots grow. This is the silence after your storm, and I'm finally coming home. I remember all the evenings when I waited for your call, when I blamed myself for everything, when you were the one who walked. I counted all your reasons, I memorized every excuse. I kept finding ways to stay when I was losing myself to you. I wore my heart like armor, but armor gets too heavy. I carried your emotions until mine became empty. I was drowning in your ocean while you were learning how to swim. I was fighting for forever while you were letting go within. This is the silence after your storm, where my heartbeat starts again, where I stop asking questions about where we should have been. The house is still standing, the memories still remain, but they don't feel like prisons, they just feel like yesterday. I forgive the girl who waited at the edge of every night, who thought holding on to someone was the meaning of a fight. She didn't know that leaving could be an act of love. She didn't know her own wings were stronger than she thought. This is the silence after your storm, the morning after pain, the first flower growing slowly after years beneath the rain. I still remember your voice, I still remember your eyes, but I don't chase the air thought the silence would break me, but I was wrong. I finally found myself. I knew the way you smiled, I knew the way you cried, I knew every hidden wound you tried so hard to hide. I knew your favorite songs, I knew your childhood dreams, I knew every little broken part nobody else could see. But somewhere in the darkness, between hello and goodbye, you became a stranger, standing right by my side. I reached across the distance, trying to find you there, but I was holding on to someone who was already disappearing. The hardest goodbye is losing someone who is still beside you. You were the stranger I called home, the storm I called my sky, the person I kept saving while watching myself die. I built a house around your heart and forgot to build my own. I spent my whole life searching for a place I already own. Now I walk through empty rooms and I finally understand. Sometimes the person you love is not the person who can hold your hand. You were the stranger I called home, but I found my way back home. I remember all the mornings when silence filled the air, when I looked into your eyes and felt nobody there. I blame myself for changing, I blame myself for pain. I thought if I loved harder, you would come back again. I carried all your shadows, I carried all your fears. I became the person listening to everything you wouldn't hear. I gave you all my patience, I gave who I knew. I spent so long trying to find you. I forgot I was the one who needed to be found. I wait until the house is quiet, until every light is gone. That's when I let my shoulders fall. That's when I stop pretending I'm strong. No one sees this version of me. She only lives after midnight. I wash my face before the tears can dry. Not because I feel better, because tomorrow someone will ask, how are you? And I'll say, I'm alright, like I always do. When everyone sleeps, I fall apart. I hold my own hands against my heart. I whisper prayers without any words, only breathing, only tears, only silence. Listening, the whole world rests while I quietly come undone. The moon has watched every lonely night. She knows how many times I almost said I'm not okay, but the words stayed behind my teeth because I didn't want to become someone else's worry. When everyone sleeps, I become honest. No smile, no mask, no answers, just one tired heart trying to survive another night without making too much noise. Maybe the hardest tears are the ones no one ever sees. Maybe the deepest pain isn't screaming. Maybe it's learning how to cry without waking the world. When everyone sleeps, I still believe morning will come, even if it takes every last piece of hope I have left. So I'll close my eyes, hold this aching heart, and trust that somewhere beyond this endless night there is a softer dawn. There's still a chair by the window where you used to sit with me, where we talked about forever and everything we'd be. Now the coffee turns cold there, like the words we couldn't say, like the love that slowly vanished without a goodbye day. I still remember your laughter, like a song inside these walls. But memories are strange things. They don't tell you when they fall. I kept that chair untouched, like you might walk through the door. But I don't wait there anymore, not like I did before. I thought an empty chair meant someone was missing, but sometimes it means someone was finally released. That empty chair by the window doesn't hurt me anymore. It reminds me of the woman who survived what she went through before. I carried all your silence, I carried all your pain. I held on to a love that only knew how to rain. But the room is getting warmer, the morning is breaking through, and the empty chair by the window is no longer waiting for you. I remember all those nights when I couldn't close my eyes, when I searched through old messages, looking for a reason why I wasn't enough, why your heart became so cold, why I kept protecting something that was already gone. I became your safe place when you were lost and afraid. I became your forgiveness every time you walked away. But nobody held my pieces when I started falling apart. Nobody saw the cracks inside my tired heart. That empty chair by the window is where I learned to heal, where I finally understood my own pain was real. I don't need your explanation, I don't need another chance, I don't need to keep dancing with the ghost of our romance. Maybe you were a season, maybe I was your rain. Maybe we were two broken people trying to escape our pain. But I won't hate the memories, I won't curse what we knew, because every road I traveled led me back to me too. That empty chair by the window still watches every dawn, but the girl who sat there crying has finally moved on. space for me, for me. I saw her in the mirror for the first time in years. The girl who used to laugh before she learned to hide her tears. She looked a little older, she looked a little tired, like someone who survived a house that was on fire. She had your name in memories, she had your words and scars. She carried all the pieces of a love that went too far. She gave away your sunlight to keep somebody warm. She forgot that even angels can get lost inside a storm. I thought I lost myself because I lost you, but I was only buried under everything I went through. I'm saying goodbye to the ghost of the girl I was, the one who kept forgiving, the one who gave too much, the one who stood beside you while standing all alone, the one who built a shelter inside a broken home. I won't chase your shadow, I won't carry your pain, I won't let your goodbye become my name. I'm saying goodbye to the ghost of the girl I was, because she's finally waking up. I remember all the nights when the ceiling heard my cries, when I searched for an answer hidden somewhere in your eyes. I counted every heartbeat, I counted every lie. I wondered how a love so close could feel so far away inside. I became your forgiveness before you asked for grace. I became your safe place while losing my own space. I held your broken pieces until my hands were torn. I kept trying to save you while I was drowning more. I'm saying goodbye to the ghost of the girl I was, the one who thought forever was something built from trust, the one who called it patience when she was slowly fading, the one who called it love when she was only waiting. Tonight I open windows, let the cold air fill this room, let the morning find the places where I buried all my truth. I don't hate you anymore, I don't need you to regret. You were a chapter in my story, not the ending I forget. I'm saying goodbye to the ghost of the girl I was. She's walking through the sunlight, she's learning how to love, not someone who destroys her, not someone she must chase, but the person in the mirror who never let looking for the person you loved. I forgot I was the person I needed to save. There was a girl beneath the moonlight, holding pieces of her heart, trying to understand the moment when everything fell apart. She carried all your memories like letters in her hands. She kept searching for the reason she couldn't understand. She looked into the mirror, but didn't know those eyes, a stranger wearing her reflection after too many goodbyes. She gave away her laughter, she gave away her dreams. She became a quiet river, drowning underneath. She thought she lost you, but the truth was harder. She had lost herself. The girl beneath the broken moon was finally coming home. She spent so many years believing she had to hurt alone. She carried all your shadows, she carried all your rain. She wore your disappointment like a necklace made of pain. But tonight she drops the burden, tonight she lets it fall, because the girl beneath the broken moon was never broken at all. I remember all the midnight hours when the world was fast asleep, when I whispered to the darkness because it was the only thing that listened to me. I counted every heartbreak, I counted every scar. I wondered how someone so close could feel so far. I built a home around your silence, I decorated every lie, I painted over every warning just to keep the dream alive. But empty rooms tell stories that hearts refuse to hear. Sometimes the person you are missing has been gone for years. The girl beneath the broken moon is learning how to shine. She doesn't need your rescue, she doesn't need your time. The stars were always waiting behind the clouds of pain. The sky was never ending, she just forgot her name. To the girl who kept forgiving every wound and every scar, you were never asking too much, you were just asking the wrong heart. You were never hard to love, you were never not enough, you were just pouring ocean water into a broken cup. The girl beneath the broken moon is standing in the dawn. The darkness that surrounded her is slowly moving on. The tears became the river that carried her away. The pain became the doorway to a brighter day. her longest winter rain, but the girl beneath the broken moon will never disappear again. I thought I was broken, but I was only buried, waiting for the light to find me again. I kept one candle burning after everyone was gone, a little piece of hope in a house that felt alone. I told myself you needed time, I told myself you'd return. I protected all the memories that only made me burn. Your footsteps in the hallway, your voice inside my mind, 1,000 little moments I couldn't leave behind. I held on to the shadows because they looked like you. I was afraid of the silence, afraid of something new. But a candle cannot shine forever inside a room with no one there. This is the last candle in the house, the last flame I save, the last piece of my heart I refuse to give away. I spent years alone in darkness, trying to guide you home, but I finally learned tonight I was never alone. The fire I was protecting was slowly burning me, so I let the candle fade and finally set myself free. I remember all the midnight storms when I couldn't close my eyes, when I searched for your forgiveness hidden underneath your lies. I became your safe harbor when your world was falling down, but when my ocean became a hurricane, you were nowhere around. I carried your sadness like a prayer in my hands. I carried all your broken pieces, trying to understand. I forgot my own reflection, trying to make you whole. I gave away my heartbeat to someone who let it go. This is the last candle in the house where I learned to breathe, where I stopped asking someone else to finally choose me. The room is still quiet, the memories still stay, but they don't own my heart now, they are just yesterday. Maybe you were my lesson, maybe you were my rain, maybe the love I was chasing was hiding all my pain. I don't need to hate you to finally walk away. Some doors close gently, so was always inside me too. I kept the candle burning for you until I realized the light was never meant to find you. It was meant to bring me home. The rain that wasn't yours to keep. I spent years standing outside in a storm I didn't make, holding on to memories of every promise you would break. I thought if I loved harder, the clouds would disappear. I thought if I stayed patient, you would finally see me here. I wore your pain like a jacket. I carried every storm. I kept saying I was fine while I was barely holding on. I became the quiet ocean that swallowed every wave. I became the place you ran to when you needed to be saved. But some storms belong to other people, and they were never yours to survive. This rain wasn't yours to keep. These tears weren't yours to hide. This darkness wasn't yours to carry. Every single night you were holding someone else's thunder, calling it your own. You were building them a shelter while freezing all alone. So let the rain fall behind you, let the old memories fade. Some hearts don't need another rescue, they just need to be saved. I remember all the mornings when I woke up feeling numb, when the silence in the bedroom felt heavier than anyone. I searched for your affection in the smallest little signs. I turned your empty promises into reasons I survived. I memorized your sadness, I memorized your fears, but you never learned the language of my silent tears. I gave you all my seasons, I gave you all my life, but you cannot make a home inside someone else's night. This rain wasn't yours to keep. This storm wasn't your name. You don't have to drown forever just because someone caused the rain. The flowers that you bury can still grow through the ground. The heart that you abandoned can still learn a different sound. Maybe love was never supposed to feel like losing air. Maybe holding on to someone shouldn't feel like disappearing there. Maybe the girl who kept waiting was only trying to believe that that someday someone would choose her the way she chose everything. This dream wasn't yours to keep. The sky is open and wide. The woman standing in the doorway is no longer trying to hide. The past still has a heartbeat. The memories still remain, but they don't own the future. They don't control the rain. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of blue. But the storm that almost broke me was the storm that brought me through. I spent so long waiting for the rain to stop, until I learned I was never meant to live inside the storm. I used to follow your shadow everywhere you went, trying to find the person that your heart had been. I walked beside your silence, I carried all your pain. I stood beneath your thunder and called it love again. I forgot my own reflection looking through your eyes. I forgot that I was someone before your goodbye. I became a ghost beside you, a whisper in your room, trying to keep alive a flower that was already doomed. I thought losing your love would mean losing everything, but I was losing myself, trying to make you stay. Now my shadow learned to walk alone without following your light. It found its own direction through the darkest nights. I don't need your footsteps to know where I belong. I don't need your heartbeat to remember my own song. You were the storm I survived, the rain I couldn't escape, but every broken road behind me led me to this place where my shadow learned to walk alone, and my heart learned to breathe again. I remember all the evenings when I waited by the door, listening for a voice that wasn't coming anymore. I kept your favorite memories like treasures in my hands, while you were slowly becoming someone I couldn't understand. I forgave every distance, I forgave every lie, I forgave every moment you stopped trying to try. I thought love meant surrender, I thought pain meant it was real, but a heart can only break so much before it learns to heal. shadow learned to walk alone, past the places we knew, past the rooms full of memories, past the ghost of you. The road is still lonely, the night is still long, but I found something stronger than the love that was gone. To the girl who waited with tears in her eyes, you were not too broken, you were just too kind. You were not impossible, you were not hard to love. You were just giving everything to someone who gave enough. My shadow learned to walk alone under a different sky. The woman who once begged for love is learning how to fly. The scars are still stories, the pain is still true, but I no longer belong to the darkness of you. You were my deepest winter, my longest night of rain, but the spring inside my soul is growing back again. I spent so long following your shadow, I forgot I had my own light, until the night